Oh, I know that sound. It's time for the Beer News Report. Hi, and welcome to the Beer News Report. Cheers. Today, I'm drinking Buena Vista Salt and Lime Lager by Stone Brewing. This is very good if you like lagers. I can taste the salt and the lime. It really brings out the flavor of the beer. I think you should give it a try. Cheers. I got a request to do another highlight show, so here goes. I'm going to change things up a little. I'm going to show you 5 shows just like I did in the last highlight show. But this time you only get 3 votes. And you can use these votes any way you want, but you only get 3. So here's a list of shows. You got Polymarket, Alien Interview, Clinical LSD, Time Billionaires, and Sweatshops are good. Now, from those 5 choices, you can give 1 vote for 3 shows, or 3 votes for 1 show, or 2 votes for one and 1 vote for another. But you only get 3 votes. If you do vote for more than 3 shows, I'm just going to cut it down and dismiss the extra votes. Okay, you got it? It's pretty simple. All right, in 1 minute or less for each clip, here comes the upcoming shows. Cheers. We have been gambling since before we could write. All cultures, the Chinese, the Arabs, and even the American Indians. It used to be that we would use cards or dice to gamble, but that times have changed, and so did our appetite for gambling. Now we gamble in casinos while playing poker. Then we go to the horse races, or for more fun, the dog races. For the real action, there's sports betting, football, basketball, and car racing, just to name a few. We gamble on the stock market, we gamble with commodities, and even the US dollar. The newest kid on the block is Bitcoin. This is a currency that you can't see or feel. It's just some data on a computer. So where do we go from here? Enter the Polymarket. Here you can gamble on your beliefs. Who will be the next president? What about climate change? And how about COVID? To learn more about the Polymarket, vote for this show. Have you heard of the TV show Ancient Aliens? This show describes how aliens came down to Earth back in the olden days and built things like the Great Pyramids and Machu Picchu. So who are these aliens? Why did they come to Earth? And what did they do to the humans who were here when they came down? I get rid of all the myths that you heard about aliens and what aliens did to Earthlings when they came down here. So if you want to know the truth about the aliens, vote for this show. Back in the 1960s, LSD was considered the mind-expanding drug. Promoted by Timothy Leary, everyone wanted to try it. Musicians, actors, and even politicians. They said it was the drug that could make you think on another level of consciousness. So what happened? It spread so fast that its uncontrolled use caused people to have bad trips or nightmare experiences. Eventually, the government stepped in and made LSD illegal. So why is it coming back? To learn the reason and how LSD is starting to enter back into the medical industry, vote for this show. Are you a billionaire and you don't even know it? What is a billion? I mean, it's hard enough to understand what a million is. And when we think of $1 million, the lottery comes to mind. But $1 million is a small pile of money when it's compared to $1 billion. $1 billion is stacks and stacks of money almost as tall as a man. I don't have that, so how am I a billionaire? Well, you're a time billionaire. What's a time billionaire? Vote for this show and learn the secret. Do you remember all the news talking about sweatshops and how bad they are? Then attacking people, celebrities that use them. One of the first ones was Kathie Lee Gifford, but there were many more like Jennifer Love Hewitt when she promoted Hanes underwear. But those are in the past. Who recently was attacked? Well, the Kardashian family has denied it, and even guys fall into this category as Sean P. Diddy Combs was attacked. Big corporations like Nike, Victoria's Secret, and The Gap have all been attacked. Apple was called out when employees at the Chinese firm Tencent were jumping off the building committing suicide because of the hard working conditions. And it's not just American firms either. Canadian firm La Senza and German retailer Kick have been attacked for using sweatshops. With all these attacks and the terrible conditions known about sweatshops, how can they be good? Vote for this show to find out. Okay, those are the highlights. Send me your votes and I'll tally them up. You have until Friday, June 11th to get them to me. Then the shows will come out a week after that. Obviously, for the next week, I have to do a different show. You'll see, right? Cheers. Well, as you can see, I'm at the end of my beer, so that means we're at the end of the show. If you want to contact me, I can be reached at this email address. I hope you had a good time watching the shows and kind of got excited to vote. And of course, if you want to get notified of new shows, you click that subscribe button and then click the bell icon next to it, and this will notify you when I've posted a new show. Until then, keep your beer cold and your interests hot. Cheers.